Okay, my name's Sam Owens-Mailes. I'm a third-year criminology student at the university. I've lived in Ireland for about 10 years, just a little fun fact. For the last few years, obviously, I've been studying in the UK because it was always my intention to come home and further my career here. Whilst at the university, obviously, I've become quite involved with the union. During my second year of study, I was class rep, and then going into my third year, I became school rep as I became more involved. And throughout the work, particularly in the last year, I've become a lot more interested in just how much the union can actually do. So essentially I decided to take it one step further, coming towards the end of my study, and potentially look at running for the position of Vice President of Education. In terms of myself, there's not much else to tell. I've been a serving special constable for 1 year during my study, which was the second year. And in terms of my just general experience, I've been on a number of student councils throughout my education. I'm 23 years old, so I'm a little bit older than you'd usually expect someone to be at this stage, but yeah, I've had quite a good time so far and I hope to carry that forward. It took a lot of consideration initially because, to begin with, I was also considering standing for the, not the Education Council, one of the staff positions, I forget the name now, but at the time I decided against it because of my study commitments. However, coming towards the end now, considering everything we've managed to achieve just in the past year and how involved I've been, how much I've enjoyed it and just how much more we can still do, I decided the next logical step was to at least try to run for the position of Vice President of Education. And ultimately, even if I can just get more people voting, even if it isn't for myself, I'd consider that to be quite the win. So that's quite a tough question because there are 3 or 4 key points I'm looking at, but I think particularly relevant to myself and a lot of the students I've come to know would be the support that's available to them when it comes down to deciding ultimately what to do with their degree in their third year. So obviously I'm on criminology, which is still a new course, so we're the first group of third years to reach this stage. And as you can expect, there's a lot of panic with regards to what they want to do with their degrees and what kind of career paths they have available to them. And as far as I can see, there is support, but I'd like to see if we can make it a bit more subject specific, or at least see if there's some way to bolster the efforts already in place, just to give them a better chance of going on to do the careers they want to do, or at least to have the opportunity to sit down and talk about the paths available to get them where they ultimately want to be. To the students watching, I'd say the union can achieve quite a lot for you. I was like a typical first year when I arrived. I didn't really pay too much attention. I was quite engrossed in my studies and thought, well, it's the first year of uni. There was a bit of panic with regards to whether or not I could actually achieve the level of work needed to do well. But coming into my second year, I do regret quite a bit not having been more involved in my first year. So I'd say at the very least, just give it a few minutes to look at the elections, have a look at the candidates, and just see what opportunities there are available to you. I've certainly achieved quite a bit in my years, and I think if I hadn't done it, that would have been further regret on my part. So even if you don't vote for myself, just consider voting for someone. Thank you.